Hello everybody, my name is Bragster and welcome to Outscored, the Football Manager 22 series where we are in charge of Aston Villa. Today there will be one game, it will be against Tottenham. What I will update you with is the squad. I haven't made that many transfers to be honest, but I will also look at like the competitions, objectives, stuff like that. So this is the first episode of the series. I'm actually excited to do it. And remember, anyone that scores against Tottenham cannot play against Everton in the next match. So God knows. I mean, I hope I win, but we could be losing some big players here. You're kind of hoping that whoever scores a hat-trick. But if you look at our objectives, the expectations is top half. That's what I'm expecting. Fourth round of the Carabao Cup. The Cups you can kind of get away with maybe not doing so well in. But when it comes to transfers, we've barely made any, to be honest with you. The only ones we've made is Labiad, the Moroccan player from Ajax. We got him for 1.1 million. He's valued roughly around that point. He plays in all of these attacking midfielder spots, so you know, even if he isn't amazing for us, he'll do a good enough job. We can probably sell him off next season. Easy as. Even if there isn't a next season, I'll probably continue with the save offline, even if we don't continue it online. And the other person that I've brought in is Mukendi from Tottenham. We got him for 190k, and yeah, he's already valued above that, so we can easily sell him off if he isn't that great and doesn't develop that well. But when you only spend 190k on a player, you're not really risking much, are you? We've still got 18.5 million. We're already spending above the wage. Well, we're not spending above the wage budget, but the committed spending is. Why is that? Well, that's because we're trying to get in Mariano on loan from Real Madrid, who will be an unbelievable player for us if we can get Mariano in. And the other player we're trying to get in is Dani Alves on loan. Now, the positions we kind of want is centre-back, left-back, right-back, centre attacking midfield, which we kind of did get, and striker. I wanted my striker to be on loan. That is what I think we've got with Mariano. And the other thing with Mariano, he's valued at about 10.5 million. If this deal goes through, the offer, I'm pretty sure on it is that we will get him for like 10 million if at the end of the season. So that's really good. We're not really selling anyone at the moment. To be honest, I'd be quite happy to get rid of Keenan Davis. Doesn't bother me if we get rid of him. And as you can see, we've got a very slim squad, so the likelihood is we won't be selling players. We'll only be bringing players in. So yeah, if you've got any ideas for left backs, right backs, although right back, if we get Dani Alves, will be fine. Left backs, centre backs, because I think we need one more centre back along. Because again, House or whatever his name is, I'd quite happily sell him off to get someone in if needs be. And yeah, we're a striker on loan if Mariano doesn't go through. But I feel like everywhere else we're quite strong. If you've got any suggestions, again, we've only got 18 million, so we don't have that much. But if you've got any suggestions, do put them down in the comments down below. But yeah, without further ado, I feel like let's get into the first match against Tottenham. Right, so here is the team that we're going to be taking to Tottenham. It is Martinez in goal, Cash, Konza, Mings and Ashley Young in defence, John McGinn and Sanson in that midfield, with Ollie Watkins, Emi Buendia and Leon Bailey in behind Danny Ings. I feel like this strike force could cause a lot of damage. I genuinely feel as though it could cause a lot of damage. I might just put him on attack as well, just have an extra attack duty in there. But this could cause a lot of damage. I'm hoping it does. Obviously, we haven't got the full fleshed out squad that we want yet, so, you know, it's not that deep in terms of personnel, and we haven't got a lot of good youngsters. So this could be a very tough season with Aston Villa, but I feel like we can probably get off to a good start. I feel like Tottenham are beatable in terms of their team. We just got to watch out for Harry Kane massively. And Son. Son is someone that causes a lot of trouble on this game. So let's say that impress me, because I haven't got a clue how this is going to go. We'll send the assistant. But yeah, I haven't got a clue how this is going to go. This could go horribly wrong or brilliantly. And Yeah, there's joys of a brand new series is you never really fully know how things are going to go. You don't know how your tactics are going to go. You don't know who's going to perform, who's not. You don't know what signings you're going to make. That's the excitement of a brand new series. You know, it's not like an offline one in the sense of, you know, you get a lot of time and you could probably sit there for ages doing nothing. With these, you just keep going and going and going, obviously for YouTube purposes. So hopefully we can get an early goal, really build up momentum in the season early on. As Leon Bailey's going forward, he's going to possibly cross it in. He doesn't. He puts it into Matty Cash, who puts it over the bar. And that was a good early opportunity for Aston Villa. And if we keep that up, I feel like we can cause some damage. Leon Bailey, speaking of damage, is currently injured. I don't know how he feels about that. I'm just going to say I'm quite happy with how things are going at the moment. He wants to stay on, but the injury is affecting him. What's the injury? It's a knee injury. I'm going to leave him on. I feel like if he wants to stay on, he can, because he's Leon Bloody Bailey, and he's one of my favourite wingers. So he can stay on the pitch as long as he wants, as long as he doesn't get injured. I don't mind. As we're heading into the 60th minute now, and we're actually going to make sure we're pressing Son. 65th minute, nothing is really going on. I don't really know what changes to make. I don't really know, actually. What I might do is take off Sanson for maybe Jacob Nicabia or something. Nicamba, sorry. He can come on. I might bring on Traore for Leon Bailey. As quite frankly, Leon Bailey is injured and I don't really want to risk him. So in comes Traore, and I feel like that would be enough. I mean, El Ghazi could technically play there, but I'm going to trust Traore. I'm going to trust him as we head into the 70th minute now. I'm going to encourage the boys, and hopefully they produce something as we're actually heading into the 80th minute. This wouldn't be a bad start in context of the actual series, but in terms of the parameters of the series, it would actually be quite bad to start off with a draw. As I'm actually going to bring on El Ghazi for Danny Ings, put Ollie Watkins up front. El Ghazi can go on this left-hand side as an inverted winger, and Ollie Watkins can stay as an advanced forward. And see how that goes. Just a little bit of change of personnel, and there is a highlight right at the death of it. Hopefully this isn't us losing it and instead winning it, as Emi Buendia is going forward. He tries to put it into Ollie Watkins, who does manage to actually collect the ball. He holds it, it's put away by Romero, and we've got to be careful of this counter-attack by Tottenham. It's into Son now, it's pulled back to Ndombele. Pull back to Eric Dyer. They are pushing forwards into Harry Kane, into Bergwijn. Bergwijn from distance, but Emi Martinez with the save. Whew. I just don't want to lose the first match. You never want to lose the first match of the series. You really want to be like, yeah, this is what I can do. As El Ghazi probably puts in a little bit of a tactical foul there. As we're going into the 90th minute, I don't really want to change too much. It will be a 0-0 draw to start the series. You can't really start a series any more boring than what we've just started it. But it will be a 0-0 draw against Tottenham, which means that all players can play in the next game against Everton. We didn't get the result we wanted, but you should be happy. Yeah, I feel like that's the case. You know, Tottenham are a team that are predicted to finish in those qualification spots by nicking a point there from them. I feel like that's good. I feel like that's a good start to the season. You know, we'll probably be mid-table right at the beginning, and yeah, I feel like we could really offer something going forward into going into those European spaces. I feel like we could go for those European spaces. But we'll probably end up being in that top half. But yeah, we've got Everton and Northampton in the next episode. Luckily, we can play all of our players against Everton. And then we've got Northampton in the Cup, where we'll try not to play any of our big players who might score to then not be able to play against Manchester City, because that's the parameters. You might want to progress in a match or win a match, but then they might not be able to play in another match where, quite frankly, you're gonna need them. But yeah, there was I think it's a good start. A 0-0 draw is a good start for us, just not good in terms of excitement in terms of the episode, so apologies for that, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. But yeah, if you are looking forward to the rest of this series, make sure to hit that like button. Comment down below any players you want me to sign, because that will be hyper important for the future of the series, is who we sign early on. As this squad isn't that big, but we also don't have a big budget, so it's trying to balance all of that out. But yeah, if you're new here, please do subscribe so you do not miss an episode of this. It will be out every single week going forward. And yeah, I shall see all of you in the next video. See ya! It had to be a 0-0 draw, didn't it? It had to be a 0-0 draw in the first episode. Bloody hell.